Welcome back to another episode of After Buzzer Podcast. I'm the host, Marco Lewis, and today's talk will be about the playoffs for the NBA. The playoffs will be officially starting Monday, and I know that we got the playoff play-in game between the Blazers and the Grizzlies. But I'm gonna get into that game when I'm talking about the bracket and the predictions I'm gonna make and who I think will win the championship this year. It should be interesting. I think this is gonna be a really good playoff series between each teams, and I don't think it should be no asterisk besides the champion, because whoever win the champion work hard for this. It's not that it's easy. It's not that it should be easier for certain teams, harder for others. Everybody got the equal opportunities, no home court or nothing like that. No advance for each team. Each team are going there, give it their all, and they want this chip. So it should be no asterisk. So I think let's get right into this. This will also just straight off the head, straight improvisation. I didn't have no script. I didn't write nothing down. I didn't plan before this. I just want to get straight into this so I can see how my thoughts is going to be going about into each of these series. So the first time I'm gonna get into is the Bucks Magic. I'm gonna get into the Eastern Conference. I believe that's the easiest. Bucks Magic. I believe the Bucks sweeping the Magic. No conversation. They got no chance at all. Bucks just superior. That's it. They may get a game. I don't think so. They sweeping them. Straight domination. Easy. Next series, Raptors versus Nets. Now, the Nets got nobody. Yeah, they basically, the whole team is basically gone. But they have been winning games in the bubble. And I don't know because teams are being easy on them or teams just don't care as much as they do. But they've been winning some games in the bubble. They have been winning some games in the bubble. So, but none of that matters because when they play the Raptors, it's going to probably be another sweep or a 4-1 series, legitimate sweep, because the Raptors may just drop one game. They may just have one better shooting night and the Nets win. Stuff like that happens. The next series, I'm going to go to the Celtics and Sixers. And as y'all know, I'm a Celtics fan. So, of course, I'm going to pick the Celtics. And that's not just being biased. Without Ben Simmons, the Sixers don't have that ball movement without Ben Simmons. That ball movement is key to the team. They already don't have that many good shooters. If they want to win this series, Joel Embiid got to go 40-20, 40-15 every night. He got to give it all. He can't just be laid back like he do sometimes. He got to be super aggressive every night, every game, and he got to go hard in that paint because the Celtics really don't have no interior defense. They don't got nobody in the paint to scare Joel Embiid to the perimeter. So the Celtics should win this series without Ben Simmons. I think they win the series anyway with Ben Simmons. But I think it makes it easier that Ben Simmons is not there. So I think the Celtics probably go win in a legitimate sweep 4-1. And it may go to 6. We never know. But I think it'll end in a legitimate sweep. Next, they're probably the best matchup in the first round. Pacers and Heat. Now, you know the beef between TJ Warren and Jimmy Butler. Woo, they might go at it. But we saw they matchup in the first time. TJ Warren kind of stunk it up. He dropped 12 points in the first half and didn't show up for the second half at all with 0 points. He really didn't do good that game. Jimmy Butler didn't do good also offensively. He still dropped 19. He got to the free throw line. He didn't shoot particularly well, but Jimmy Butler, his impact is so much greater than just scoring the ball. So I think the Heat win this in a 6-game series, 4-2. It may go to 7. If DeMontis Sabonis was there, there'd be a whole different conversation. It would probably most likely went to 7, but he's not there. So I believe that Heat is going to win in 6. Next, Lakers versus whoever win the play-in, the Blazers and Grizzlies. At this moment, I'm recording this on August 15th. As of right now, I'm watching the Memphis and Portland game right now. The game just started, but it don't matter who the Lakers face. I think the Lakers winning this. And I know people been giving the Blazers a lot of hype and stuff and saying, oh, they got a chance. They're a very dangerous team. I don't see that. You can't win games how bad defensively they play. Yes, they can put up 130 on you any night. Maybe get to that 140 mark. But if you're not playing defense and you can't stop LeBron, you can't stop AD, that's going to cause huge problems for you. That's going to cause problems. And then the Memphis Grizzlies without Jaren Jackson, I just don't think they beat the Blazers in the first place in the play-in. They could get them out of there, but I think the Blazers going to play and ultimately lose. Maybe in 6 games. I don't see them taking a 7. People say a 7-game series. Maybe I'm a little bit too harsh on the Blazers, but I think the Lakers will legitimately sweep the Blazers and send them home happy. Next series, Clippers and Mavericks. This easy. I think the Clippers winning the legitimate sweep. I think they're gonna go 1 game to them because how good, historically good, the Mavericks offense is. They got a whole story. I think their offensive rating is probably best in NBA history. Now I may be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure I heard most people say that. So I think they gonna get 1 game underneath the Clippers. But Clippers defensively, they gonna shut them down. And you know how hard they've been struggling to close out games. We saw it in the bubble. 3 overtime games, they all lost. They can't close games out. I don't know what's wrong with them, but they still a young team. They got a bright future ahead of them, so I give them that leeway. But they just can't close that game. And with a team as great veterans on the team as the Clippers, this is a bad matchup for them. So I got the Clips winning in 5. Next series, Nuggets and Jazz. I don't know about the Jazz. The Jazz was kind of lackluster in the bubble. And I know you can find the beef between Gobert and Mitchell. When they on the court, they put that beef aside. And I don't think there's no beef in the first place. I know there's probably a little bit of disagreement, but I don't think there's no beef. When they come on our court, they put that beef aside. They put that little disagreement aside. But they've been pretty lackluster. They dropped from the 4th to the 6th seed, even though all the seeding between 4 and 7 was close. So they dropped from 4 to 6. But I haven't saw number 2 special for them in the bubble. But I think the Nuggets win this series of 6. They still it's crazy that we keep saying that the Nuggets don't have no playoff experience. Not enough playoff experience in this series, not enough playoff experience. But they constantly get into the second round. And they'll get to the second round again this year. And I doubt they beat the Clippers in the second round. I'm gonna get to that later. But they gonna be eventually there when they add one more relevant piece, and they're the most dangerous team in the NBA. Especially with Jokic. Michael Porter Jr. been amazing in the bubble. They still got a young cat in Jamal Murray. Still got Bo. We saw his potential in the bubble too. And this team is dangerous in the future. I don't think nobody should sleep on them because they've been constantly the top team in the last 2 years. So I'm gonna give them a benefit of the doubt winning this series in 6 and getting the Jazz out here in the first round. Next, I think this is my favorite matchup in the first round: the Thunder versus Houston. Chris Paul gets to play against his old team that traded him. Russell Westbrook could play against his old team. And the Rockets going to ultimately, in my opinion, the Rockets will ultimately win the series in probably 7. Especially since Russell Westbrook, they say he's going to miss a couple games. They said a few games. So that could be 3 or 4. And that could be a big decider. Because what if the Rockets don't look that good without Russell? What if that small ball don't play as good without Russell? And then the Thunder, they could be down 3-1 to the Thunder about time Russell get back. And it'll be already too late. But I think James Harden gonna be too much of a problem for the Thunder, and I think he gonna carry that low until Russell get back, and when he get back, they gonna ultimately finish the Thunder off in 7. But I think people are not giving Chris Paul enough credit of what he has done for this team. He has taken them from a 24-win team into the 4th seed. They're projecting to win 24 games this year, and now they're the 4th seed. They're a 4th seed. That means they're a top 10 team in the NBA. That's crazy to think about. But they will lose this first round matchup because I don't think they have enough firepower offensively and maybe not enough defensively to stop the Rockets small ball. I mean, they got Chris Paul, Gilgeous-Alexander, Dennis Schroeder, Gallinari. But I don't think that is enough to beat that small ball from the Rockets. They don't got the formula to do it. So I think the Rockets win this series in 7. Now let's go to the second round matchups for the East. East will be Bucks versus Heat. And I know everybody been talking about how the Heat got the best chance to knock off the Bucks. The Heat got the best chance to knock off the Bucks. Nah, they don't. I don't believe so. I think the Raptors still got the best chance to knock off the Bucks because they did it before. And I know they is missing Kawhi Leonard, but they still got that formula. The formula is still there. Nick Nurse is still their coach. The formula is still there. to beat the Bucks. So I think the Bucks win this series in 5, maybe 6. I think Giannis would be too much for them, especially when it comes down to closing out games. And I know they got Jimmy Butler as a closer. He's a fantastic closer, but I think Bucks offense will be too much. And don't forget the Bucks still got the best defense in NBA. Well, defensive rating rise, they got the best defense in NBA. So I think they beat the Bucks in 6, maybe 5. But I'm pushing 5, but I'm gonna give 6 for the Heat fans. Next, Celtics and Raptors. Now, no matter what I'm saying, I know I say I'm a Celtics fan, and I may think I'm biased, but no matter what, I wouldn't be disappointed if we win or lose this series, because the Raptors is a really great team, and it's teams built like the Raptors when they got that one star Pascal, and they just play so good together. They congeal so great together. Like whoever built this roster, Usama Jury and Nick Nurse built this roster perfectly. It's such a good roster. How deep they is also. They could take any team down. But I think the Celtics win this in 7 because of all the offensive firepower. Only team in the NBA that had 3 20 points per game score. It's ridiculous what Tatum been doing in the bubble. Also, Brown been showing flashes. I know Kimber had been playing a lot because of mental restrictions, but the minutes he played, he's been super efficient, making key passes. And that's what I like about Tatum. He been struggling. I think that struggle in the first game against the Bucks. We shot 2 for 19. Horrific. He came out aggressive, but he didn't also come out aggressive. He was passing. He's passing. Great passes. Drive kick. The Celtics been doing that really good about that drive kick mindset, that drive kick game plan, because they got shooters. They got amazing scorers, amazing shooters to be able to fulfill that drive and kick. You drive, you kick, and then you got an open lane, you lay it up. And I think that offensive firepower will be too much for the Raptors, even though they got the best defense points per game wise. But I think the Celtics win this in 6. So, Lakers and Rockets. Now we saw, and also sorry for my sniffling. This is a little cold, but we will get through this because we tough like that. But going back to this, Lakers versus Rockets. Whoo! Now we saw in a bubble. I was just collecting my thoughts right there. We saw in a bubble that the Rockets small ball worked pretty well against the Lakers. It worked pretty well. They beat them. I think they knocked off the Lakers. I'm pretty sure they did. And that's not gonna happen in the playoffs. I'm sorry. I know I'll probably give some Rockets fans some hopes, but I don't think that's gonna happen in the playoffs. I don't think that small ball is gonna work against the Lakers in the playoffs. LeBron, I saw too many times where LeBron just turned it on. He turned it on. He be too much for them to handle. From him being with the Cavs and Heat and being so, I saw him turning on way too many times to not believe in this man, to not believe in him. So I'm gonna believe in him again. I got him knocking off the Raptors in 6. I'm not the Rockets in 6. Now he gonna take advantage of that small ball so much with AD. And don't forget about AD because nobody on the Rockets stopping AD. Nobody on the Rockets stopping LeBron. And that's the problem with the Blazers, Grizzlies, and also the Rockets. They don't have nobody to stop not one of them. At least slow them down. You don't have to completely shut them out, but slow them down where the other guys got to score and the other guy got to pick up their load. That's not going to be a problem for Lakers. But as long as LeBron and AD going off and the other guys just got to play good, they can win a lot of games. And I don't think the Rockets got it to make LeBron be a passer or make AD be a perimeter player because they don't got no interior defense at all. They got perimeter defense, but it's not amazing. And I don't think they stopping LeBron and AD. So I got the Lakers being the Rockets in 6. Now we got the Nuggets and Clippers. And going back to what I was saying last time, I heard when I picked the Clippers, I'm gonna give my reason why. The Nuggets, they for 3 years now, they've been one piece away, or they've been too young, or they've been not enough experience to be a true contender. And this is still not the year. And I know, and they one of the few teams that's built to win now and also built to win in the future. So if it don't work out now, they can also build for the future. And that's ridiculous to think about. And I think the Celtics got that. I think the Nuggets got that. I don't think any other team is built like that besides the Celtics and the Nuggets. But the Nuggets, they not being the Clippers. This will be another 6-game series for the Clippers. So Clippers going to beat the Nuggets ultimately. Nuggets can't stop Kawhi and Paul George. Jokic going to have to be Jokic. He going to have to not be a passer. He going to have to be aggressive. He going to have to take advantage of Zubac. Because Zubac is the weakest link on that jump. And the strongest link on the Nuggets happen to be Jokic. They big man. So Jokic going to have to do 30 and 10. 30, 10, and 10. Triple-double to beat the Clippers. But I don't see that happening. And even if he does, I think Kawhi defensively and Kawhi offensively, it's ridiculous. This man is insane. And to think somebody will come in this series on the Nuggets and stop him, yeah, that's not happening. It's really not happening. And don't forget about Paul George. And one thing I hope for Paul George, he don't turn to playoff P. We don't want to see playoff P again. Last time we saw playoff P, Dame Lillard bye-bye to him. We don't want to see that again. And it's not like playoff P is bad. I'm not even going to share our soup. Playoff P is bad. He's pretty bad. He's not that good. He sucks in playoffs. Now, when he was in Indiana, took LeBron 7 games, that was the playoff we looking for. We looking for PG-13 to play, not playoff P. We don't want playoff P. And for the Clippers to get to the finals and ultimately win the championship, we need PG-13, not playoff P. So the Clippers going to knock off the Nuggets in 6 and may go to 7 depending how much the Clippers run or not. Because they really are built for the Lakers. They really are built for the Lakers, in my opinion. So let's get into these conference finals matchups. Good series. No matter who going to be coming out east side, it'll be a good series. Both games going to go to 6 or 7. I think the Bucks going to beat my Celtics in 7. And I know that may be biased to say they got 7 games. Because you're like, oh, look what happened to them in the first game of the bubble. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. We lost by like 6 or 7. And Taylor shot bad. And you can say, oh no, Eric Bledsoe. Well, Kimber was on minutes, which shows basically no Kimber. So I think we got a great deal to beat the Bucks. Like, we may not have the interior defense, but we do have the offensive firepower to keep up with them. I know a lot of fans don't like to hear that because some fans can be arrogant at times. But we got what it takes to beat the Bucks. We really do. And I know the formula is to build a wall, force other guys to beat you. But the Bucks gonna have to find other guys for us to beat us. They can't let Kimber, Tatum, Brown all go off. Even if you do shut down Tatum, you got Brown and Kimber. You shut down Kimber, you got Brown and Tatum. And don't forget about Hayward. And Hayward may be gone because I know the birth of his child supposed to be happening in September. So I don't know if he's gonna be back for the series or not. I don't know if Hayward gonna be back on time to get back for the series or not. But if he do, he will be a big part. He gonna be a big part. And I know the bench for both teams is not really amazing. I know you got Dante DiVincenzo, Pat Connaughton. Who else come on the bench? Robin Lopez been getting some good minutes. Ersan Ilyasova is a good shooter for them. But neither bench is really that spectacular. The Celtics got Brad Watermaker as a backup PG. The biggest piece for the Celtics off the bench is Marcus Smart. And he could be really good defensively for them. If he could just shut down Eric Bledsoe, which I think he could shut down Eric Bledsoe. Eric Bledsoe is really not the playoff player we really want him to. But you can't really, we can't fault him. We can't fault him. He's just not that good in the playoffs. He could have been better against the Raptors last year. He really wasn't. Chris Middleton, if he wants to beat the Celtics, which I think they will, because Giannis is too monstrous. Chris Middleton gonna have to be that second option. He can't slow down in these playoff games. He can't have bad nights in his playoff games. The Celtics got it before. They know how it is in these conference final games, and they play against the potential going LeBron. They know how it is, so you can't say they don't know how it is to be in the conference final. Both teams know how it is to be in these conference finals, in these situations. Both teams know how to be in these situations. The Celtics got the 7 game. They took Bron 7 game, even though he had a suck ass team. He still took Bron. They still took Bron 7, as in Tatum first year and Brown second year. That's amazing. That really is amazing. So I'm not gonna sleep on them because they're young. Yeah, Hayward never been here. Kemba never been there. Tice never been there. No, Tice has. Tice was with us. But these teams haven't been there. So these teams have been there. So they know how it is. Both teams will come out hard and playing hard, trying their best to get to that championship. But I think the Bucks will knock off the Celtics in 7 games. Now, we got the most anticipated, the most hyped up series in these playoffs. And that's the Lakers versus the Clippers. Man, the battle of LA. This, no matter who wins, I would love this series. No matter who wins, I will love this series. I would rather see the Clippers win, and that's my choice. But I'm going to give y'all good reasoning. I'm not going to just do that because I don't like the Lakers or they're rival to us. I love LeBron. I like LeBron. I love AD. But I'm not going to use my Celtics hate against the Lakers as a reason not to pick them. I just think the Clippers just got a better team. Better bitch. Oh my gosh. LeBron and AD might have to play 48 minutes. Because when LeBron and AD sit, or one of them sit and the other one playing, it's going to be hard. Because you think with Kawhi and Paul George sitting, then you got Lou Will and Montrezl coming in. They would be stars for other teams. They'd be bona fide stars for all other teams. So, and then you got Reggie Jackson coming off the bench. You got Marcus Morris coming off the bench. You got a whole starting 5 for the Clippers coming off the bench. It's just insane that I don't know who they're going to start between Patrick Beverley and Reggie Jackson. I'm assuming they're going to start Patrick Beverley. But to have, and they may start Marcus Morris. They get that extra scoring. They start line may look like Patrick Bev, Paul George, Kawhi, Marcus Morris, Zubac. And then you got Reggie Jackson off the bench, Landry Shamet off the bench, Lou Will off the bench, Montrezl. That's a crazy 9-man rotation right there. It really is crazy. And I don't want to hype up Terrence Mann, but he was really good in that last game for them. He was really good in that game against the Thunder. Almost had a triple-double. He was really good. So they may have some hidden gems still on that bench. So I think LeBron greatness this time is not going to get into the finals. And I think he's going to fall short against the Clippers in 7. I think his running mates, besides AD, not going to show up. And Kuzma been talking a lot after he hit that game winner. And Kuzma is amazing. Kuzma playing really amazing in this bubble. His shooting is finally back. He's back to that third option we want him to be. But if he was to prove to everybody that he could be a reliable third option for LeBron and AD, he gonna have to drop 20 points per game against the Lakers. I'm sorry. I am so sorry that I gotta say that, but he gonna have to at least average 19, 20. Because LeBron and AD might average 30. But it don't matter if they average 30. That's only 60 points. We need 40 more points. Danny Green should have been horrible, but I hope he's stepping up in playoffs. KCP is meh, but I hope he's stepping up in playoffs. Quinn Cook was trash in the bubble, horrible, horrific. I don't know what I saw from him in the bubble. I didn't expect that. Who else? I heard a little rumor that Rondo probably coming back. That would be really big, because that give you another ball hand, another playmaker with LeBron sit, and he's pretty good defensively. That give you another option for LeBron so he could rest, and it could be another like mini LeBron, as in passing wise, so LeBron can sit. But I don't know if Rondo will come back. And then who else they got off the bench? Like it's Caruso gonna have to play good. Deion Wade, J.R. Smith, Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee. It's them others I'm worried about. I love LeBron AD. I know how good they is. 2 top 7 players, depending on where you rank AD. They gonna do their thing. They gonna ball out. But Kawhi, PG gonna ball out. Lou Will, Montrezl gonna ball out. Reggie Jackson may have a game. Zubac may have a game. So to decide who gonna win the series come down to who's more deep, and that's the Clippers. So I got the Clippers knocking off the Lakers in 7. And please, if you got anything to say about my predictions, just comment down below, or who you think will win, or your disagreements. I will comment back and stuff, and give my rebuttal to your statement, or who you think will win it all and stuff like that. So just comment down below. And before we get into this last matchup between the Clippers and the Bucks, there's gonna be amazing finals. You go down below and drop a like. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm trying to drop content as consistent as I can. This episode will be going up Sunday, as of August 16th, right the day before the playoffs. And right now, I'm watching the Memphis and Portland game. It's in the first quarter, but the Portland is pretty much blowing out the Memphis. So I think Memphis going home early after this. And it's been really a tragic season for them. They work hard to get to this point in the playoffs just to fall a game short. It's tough. But as a young team, you got to get through that. And we'll see more of this team. And I know the Warriors coming back, so they may not make the playoffs next year. But this team future is bright for sure. So Clippers versus Bucks. Now, I think this pretty much been my championship winner from all year. I'm picking the Clippers to win this in 7 games. 6 games. Clippers, they just got it all. Offense, defense, young guys, veterans, amazing duo, amazing co-stars, amazing bench. They just have it all to win a championship. Great coaching. Let's not also forget that. Great coaching. So they got it all to win a championship. They just built to be a championship team. And the Bucks, for their first time being here, I think Chris Middleton, Eric Bledsoe, Brook Lopez won't hold up their load for Giannis. I don't think they hold up that load for Giannis. And I think they lose this series in 7 games. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing for the Bucks. Maybe this loss will make them realize their true potential. Maybe this loss make them believe in, oh, we was this close. We could be right here next year. We could win it next year. So I'm not gonna shit on the Bucks for getting this way and losing. No. But the Clippers, they just, to me, is just a perfectly built championship team. And now, unless we don't win, I could be saying all this and Paul George play like PRP. He could be ass in the playoffs. I just don't see that happening. And can Kawhi could be the first person in history to win Finals MVP on 3 different teams? It's very likely. I don't think anybody else win the Finals MVP if they win the Finals besides Kawhi. He just that amazing and that good. So I don't think nobody else gonna win. I don't think nobody else gonna win that. So I think the Clippers will be deemed NBA champions of the 2019-2020 season. Clippers will be the champions. It's just too good, too perfectly built, and I know, rest in peace Kobe, rest in peace the Mamba, and I know it'd be a perfect story if the Lakers won it. But the Clippers also in LA. All LA is Kobe. I know that he played for the Lakers, but all LA is Kobe. Most people that's born and raised in LA, their favorite player is Kobe Bean Bryant. So they could be also in it. But the parade in LA could be pretty much weird. Even if they don't, I don't think they're gonna have one because of the coronavirus and stuff like that, COVID-19. But let's say hypothetically they have one. That's a Lakers town, and to have a Clippers parade, it's gonna be so weird. It's gonna be a lot of people there. It's gonna be a lot of people there hating, or it's gonna be a bunch of bandwagons saying it was Clippers fans from the start. So I'm gonna go through this all again from beginning to end. And if you don't care for a repeat, I would like to thank you for listening in. And I want you to tune back in next time. I'm gonna try to get episode up on Thursday. Maybe I'm in Thursday. I'm pushing for Thursday because the first games of the first round take place Monday and Tuesday, and I'm probably gonna record it Wednesday and upload it Tuesday. I mean Thursday. I may try to get it for y'all Wednesday. I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best to get up Wednesday. I'm sure for Wednesday, but maybe most likely gonna push it to Thursday. So that's probably be the next podcast episode. Just make sure you watch out for that. But if you don't care for a replay again, just go down below. If you haven't subscribe, comment who you believe will win the championship and stuff like that. Also leave a like. This also helps me know if y'all liking the content I'm talking about. So thank you for listening. And for you guys that want me to go through a repeat, I'm going through that right now. Bucks Magic, Bucks in 4. Pacers and Heat in 5. Celtics versus Sixers, Celtics in 5. Raptors versus Nets, Raps in 5, maybe 4. I'm pushing 5 because they may talk one game. Lakers versus Blazers / Grizzlies, most likely Blazers. Lakers in 4. Lakers in 5, my bad. Lakers in 5, maybe 6 if it's the Blazers. Thunder versus Rockets, Rockets in 6. Nuggets versus Jazz, Nuggets in 6. And Clippers versus Mavs, Clippers in 4. Mavs may push it to 5 like I'm saying, but I think it'll be 4. So let's go to second round matchups. Bucks versus Heat, Bucks in 5. Celtics versus Raptors, Celtics in 7. Lakers versus Clippers, Clippers in 7. My bad. I'm so sorry. Lakers versus Rockets, Lakers in 6. Nuggets versus Clippers, Clippers in 5. Lakers versus Clippers, Clippers in 7. Bucks versus Celtics, Bucks in 7. And Clippers versus Bucks, Clippers in 7. So your championship will be the LA Clippers. So if you watch the whole thing, thank you for watching and listening. I appreciate it so much. And if you got to this point of the video, I'm gonna repeat it once again. Make sure you go down below. You haven't subscribe. Comment who you believe, who you think should be champions. Comment what you think I got wrong. I'm here all day watching comments. I'm gonna go try to rebut everything you say and try to get you some good debates about who would I pick. And also make sure you hit that like button. It really makes me know what content y'all like and what I should talk about. And so next time I'm gonna try to get, like I said, I'm gonna try to get that episode Wednesday. So after the first round games of Monday and Tuesday, and get my reactions and stuff what happened in them games, what I'm seeing from each teams and stuff like that. But once again, thank you for listening, and I'm out. Peace.